here tonight.
Both the Automats, by far and away, the leaders in points on this Philadelphia squad. Marcus leads the team in total points, 21 points, 8 goals, 13 assists. On the opposite side, his brother, only 1 goal short and a couple assists short, 7 goals and 9 assists. He's got 16 points on the year as well. So really, those are the two guys. If you want to put pucks in the net, this line is the line to go to with Automat, and Cochran, Thomas and Marcus, as well as Chase Cochran. It's a fantastic line trio. You're definitely looking to step up. However, someone I want to highlight a little bit is Devontae Dixon and Max Casella. These are two guys that play more on the blue line, defensemen, really good at holding zones, and they weren't able to do that very well last night.
Yeah, they definitely struggled to hold the line last night. It was just not a great night offensively. Nothing seemed to be clicking. Passes just weren't finding the sticks. And you have to think that Devontae Dixon and Max Casella are really going to try to turn that around along with the rest of the offense. It's all going to be about holding that offensive line, and that's going to take everyone from the centers to the defensemen here tonight.
And on the opposite side for New York, not much scoring. This isn't a team that scores a whole lot, but when they do, they score very well and play really good defense. Leader in points is around 6 with 1 goal, with Ross Jaldon, who has 1 goal and 5 assists on the year. But besides that, they got a 3-goal scorer in Jason Tynan. This is a perfect situation here for Philadelphia to try and get that offensive explosion and stop things right in its tracks in the neutral zone.
Absolutely. After last night, stagnant night offensively, this is the prime opportunity for Philadelphia to turn this around and maybe take some momentum going forward into the season.
We will see what happens here tonight as we're moments away from puck drop here from Hydel Ace Arena in Solon, New Jersey. We'll get through starting lineups and the goaltending matchup in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. welcome in to a special Halloween edition of the Philadelphia Hockey Club right here on RTN Channel 5. Welcome in Garrett Lee, Dylan Sadeki here for some great hockey on this spooky October 31st. The Philadelphia Hockey Club in a very spooky situation that they haven't seen all year, coming off of a loss. They haven't done that all year long. The first loss of the year, they lost last night to New Jersey. New Jersey now creeping behind them in the standings. New Jersey is number 2 in the Mid-Atlantic. They're 8-2 on the year. On the opposite side, Philadelphia, they're still 8-1. They still have that top spot, but it's getting a whole lot closer, a little too close for comfort. But now, here's a big opportunity, get a big win here tonight against the New York Aviators.
Yeah, like you said, losing that game last night to New Jersey. New Jersey's a very talented team, but it will be interesting to see how Philadelphia fares coming off their first loss of the season. It's going to say a lot about this team, about how they're able to bounce back, especially against a weaker team like New York.
And New York, like you mentioned, a little bit of a weaker team, especially just because of the fact that A, they haven't played very many games, and B, they're below 500. 2-3 on the year, not an awful record to start the year. However, they got to start getting going. Only 5 games on the year, 2-3, not where they would like to be. What do they got to do to get the win here tonight against the top team in the Mid-Atlantic?
Well, we saw New Jersey last night put on a lot of pressure against Philadelphia. They managed to have a really effective forecheck going on. They were causing a lot of unnecessary Philadelphia turnovers, and that proved to be very successful for them. I think if New York can come out here and do a similar thing tonight, they're going to be in good shape.
And then on the opposite side for Philadelphia, we talked about how after the 3-2 loss, you need to see more offensively. The pressure was definitely there from New Jersey, but tonight, you can't let that happen. You got to start getting more offensive chances. Where does that start?
I think it's going to start with the Ottermats. Obviously, teams' leading scorers, they're going to be the catalyst for this offense. If they can't find a way to get going, I think it could be a long night for Philadelphia, but if you look at how they've been all season, they've been pretty consistently hot all year, and I think they're going to hope to bounce back here tonight after a tough loss last night.
The Ottermats have combined 37 points within 11 games on the year. They've been fantastic for Philadelphia. Marcus 8 goals, Thomas 7. Besides that, the drop-off's still a little bit there, but guess what? Then you got to start looking at their own line. Chase Cochran with 5 goals and 5 assists. Really, that top line in terms of stats is really good, but the rest, there's not much of a drop-off when it comes offensively. You look at probably the starting line of Max Thurston, Gage Garcher, Sterling Nash. That's one of their key lines. However, they definitely need to show up more on the offensive stat sheet.
Oh, without a doubt. Last night we saw Garcher create a little bit of opportunities here with some nifty stick work, and I think that if he can get that going again tonight, could be successful. Like we said, you know, the Ottermats, very successful offensive players, but if we can see more of that spread throughout the team, I think Philadelphia is going to be in good shape here.
And offensively is going to be key here, but goaltending is a big thing for Philadelphia. They have essentially a 1A, a 1B, and a 1C. They have 3 fantastic goaltenders, Jake Brown, Noah Brandow, Cameron Holbrook. They're all fantastic. Holbrook got the start last night. It's possible we could be looking at Noah Brandow here tonight, and we'll see in just a little bit. However, it doesn't really matter who gets a start in net. They just gotta do their job essentially.
Absolutely. We saw Holbrook had a really strong outing last night, only letting up 3 goals on what felt like a ton of shots. It's really going to be, regardless of who's in net, Philadelphia's got to do a better job of keeping their opponent out of their offensive zone. We don't really want to see that many shots get put up on Holbrook if you're Philadelphia, or any goaltender for that matter.
And then on the opposite side, we do have an idea. We're pretty sure that the goaltender will be Gabriel Osterlund. He's their number 1. He's got 4 games on the year. He's got 3 goals against average, a save percentage around 90%, so it's not terrible. However, this is a guy you can get pucks past.
Absolutely. This is going to be a good chance for Philadelphia to break out of that offensive slump from last night. Maybe a little bit of a weaker goaltending opponent. Maybe, like you said, get some pucks past him.
And it's going to come down to a wide majority of things. I'm going to start first with the home team, the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Key points, what's your key thing that Philadelphia has to do to win this game here tonight?
The big thing for me is going to be limiting turnovers. We saw a lot of unnecessary turnovers for Philadelphia last night. A lot of turnovers that led to really good scoring opportunities for New Jersey. I think if they can limit down on those turnovers, that's going to be a great point for their offense and just the team as a whole.
And on the opposite side for Philadelphia, the opposite side for New York, what do they got to do to get the dub here tonight?
Well, New York's going to want to do that exact thing. They're going to want to force turnovers. They're going to want to keep the pressure on in the Philadelphia zone. They want to throw the puck at the net. You want to get a lot of shots up tonight. You know, we have, like you said, Philadelphia has 3 really good goaltenders possibly in net, and it doesn't matter. You got to put shots on net. The puck's not going to go in by itself.
We will see what happens here tonight in just a few minutes as we're almost ready for puck drop here from Aviators Arena in Sewell, New Jersey. We'll be back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Welcome back, moments away from puck drop here from Aviators Arena. We're going to get to the starting lineups. Going to start between who's in between the pipes. For the Philadelphia Hockey Club, looks like Noah Brandow will be getting the start here for Philadelphia. Fantastic goaltender, and basically, like we mentioned, they're possibly 1B, depending on how you look at it, 1A if it's alphabetical. There's one of their main guys. On the opposite side, it's Gabriel Osterlund, who's been pretty solid for New York. Can be better at around 3 goals against, 90% save percentage. Could be looking at things better, but he's their main guy. He's their starting goaltender, basically night in and night out. In their 5 games, he's done 4 of them. He's been fantastic. So we're moments away from puck drop. Santorelli take the draw for New York. Marcus Automat for Philadelphia. As we're underway, that one won back by the Aviators, and taking this one ahead, there was Lithin. Lithin dumps the zone, picked up by Philadelphia skater, and now they're heading the other way. That one loose in the neutral zone, eventually popped back into the neutral zone. Nice move on the outside, trying to get a shot from an odd angle. That one's just going to trickle behind the net. Still loose, and Philadelphia eventually going to get to this one. There's Dixon. Dixon gives off one more time. Philadelphia's starting to rush here. Passes off there, and eventually just jumping in was Dixon. The Automats trying to give chase on the left side. Now the Aviators take it the other way. 4-on-1 situation here. A big hit laid down there for Philadelphia. Now trying to start the other way. Here's Automat. Thomas tried to pass that one over to Marcus. Puck was loose. Puck still loose near the blue line. Can't get a hold of that pass there was Albrecht, who eventually passes this one ahead for Rise. Rise, that one goes behind the net. Dangerous play there by Brandow, but eventually gets it past his own net. This one trickles past the neutral zone. Charging for that one was Boisclair. Couldn't get there in time, but Philadelphia will now try and hold the zone. Puck loose on the left side. This one eventually pops right back out of the zone. No, Philadelphia will hold. Tries to get that one to Boisclair. Boisclair with the chance. That one not able to be held onto by the stick. Boisclair now within the corner. Tries to pass off one more time. Puck loose and eventually taken back here by the Aviators. Trickles that one behind the net. Vosterlund. Here's a one-time chance. That one scores! Gage Garcher puts that one into the back of the net. Beautiful one-time chance. Makes it 1-0 in favor of Philadelphia.
And already we're seeing Philadelphia come out a lot more swinging than they were last night. Already managing to hold the offensive zone a lot better. Kept that puck in. They applied pressure, and ultimately it led to a goal for them.
Good job there on the forecheck. That's something you mentioned a little bit earlier. Working on the forecheck, creating opportunities, and right there leads to one on the board early in this one. Only a minute in. Here's another opportunity. 2-on-1, that one wide. As this one poked away back into the Philadelphia end, there's Krasinski. Krasinski puts on the brakes and tries to pop this one out, and that one's just going to head out of play and lead to a face-off in the Philadelphia zone. Face-off's going to come to the left-hand circle. Actually going to go to the blue line. Just outside into the neutral zone. That one tied up, taken back by New York. Pass couldn't get there, so they have to retreat it back into their own end. Philadelphia working here on the forecheck. Finley couldn't get a hand of that one. Now here's a 2-on-1. Eventually getting there is DM. DM popping him down. He tries to clear the zone, and he does. Nash. Nash passes this one up. Advancing past center ice. Here comes Krasinski. Krasinski passes off. One-time chance. That one goes off a skate. Couldn't get the shot off there, so not the opportunity they were looking for on the chance. Tries to pass that one ahead, can't get it to go. Now Philadelphia will take things over in the neutral zone. There's a turnover for Philadelphia. There's now another turnover. Philadelphia in the neutral zone, operating here. It's just gonna dump in, and now here comes the cavalry. Cutler on the right side boards. Can't get there in time. Trying to take this one here is Albrecht. Albrecht with it behind the net of Osterlund. Gives off Kennedy. Kennedy now with it. And that one pops out of the zone. Philadelphia to clear in one more time. Dixon with the shot there to dump in. Here's Albrecht. Albrecht trying to advance it past center ice. Can't get nothing going. And then Dixon dumps into the zone. Nice hit there by their Salami in the boards. It's been tough for New York to get it out of their own end, but Philadelphia hasn't been able to get many offensive chances. Still heavy on the forecheck. Here's a chance. Loose in neutral ice. And New York just pops that one into the zone. Eventually cleared back. Here's Automat. Automat too hot to handle. But now having to pop the other way. There's Kennedy. Kennedy passes off and then loses that puck. Now Philadelphia trying to head that one ahead. That one almost intercepted. Now here comes Automat. Automat with the shot. That one, blocker save. Still loose in front. That chance just wide. Marcus tried to get a hold of that one. Here's an opportunity heading the other way. 1-on-1. Dekes around. That one stopped with the pad. And then a stoppage in play. Let's see what this is for. Very well could be a New York power play upcoming. and it will be.
Already we're seeing a lot more of that offensive production that Philadelphia was hoping for coming into this game. Not many scoring opportunities so far. Managed to get a goal up on the board, but a lot more pressure overall.
Face off one here by New York. They'll have a 5-on-4 for 2 minutes. Kennedy passes off down low. Back up to Kennedy. Kennedy working here from the high slot. Tries to go cross ice pass. That one intercepted. Philadelphia still working here and eventually going to dump in. There's Automat to give chase. Excuse me, Boys Club. Kennedy passes off. Trying to advance that one past the blue line. Does, but laying a nice hit there was Casella. Now scrambles behind the net of Brandow. Looks for a pass. No one calling, no one there. Still operating there from the high slot. Passes up one more time. Working here is Jadong. Passes off to Albrecht. Back up to Albrecht. He shoots on the blue line. That one blocked away, and Philadelphia will get a chance to clear, and this one's going to go all the way back to Osterlund. Pass off here to Albrecht. Albrecht passes the blue line, gets into the offensive zone here with a minute left to go on the power play. Puck loose behind the net of Brandow, and Philadelphia will get another chance to clear. A nice penalty kill here for Philadelphia. Philadelphia still have the 1-0 lead. We're just around 6 minutes down in this first period. Advancing past the blue line. Looks for a chance. Scrambles behind the net. Looks for a pass in front. That one wiped away. Loses that one near the blue line. They have to pop right back out. Waste more time. Half a minute on the Philadelphia penalty kill. Puts on the brakes. Looks for a pass in front. That one stopped. 20 seconds now left to go on the New York power play. Operating from the high point. Pass off one more time. Back off there to Colgren. Colgren passes off one more time. That one just gloved up. A nice save there by Brandow, and leads to a face-off with 11 seconds left to go on the Philadelphia PK. So far, a solid penalty kill for Philadelphia. 13:43 left to play here in the first period. Philadelphia up 1-0 after the goal by Garcher, basically only a minute into the game. Face off one back here by New York. They give off one more time here to Krasinski. Krasinski passes off and then back over to Krasinski. 3 seconds on the power play, and that will do it for the Philadelphia penalty. Having to back up here is Krasinski. Krasinski takes this one behind the net of Osterlund. And now trying to start a little bit of a rush here. There's a big hit laid down at center ice. That one will get the troops rallied around you as Nash tries to poke that one away. And will go into the Philadelphia defensive zone, but no offensive chance made there. That one poked away at the blue line. Nash passes off one more time. Has to go off the stick there was Casella. Casella just dumps in, dumps around. Here's Mila. Mila passes off one more time. And now back up to the point. There was Mila. Mila loses that one. Hits off a stick. And now New York will try and dump in, and they do successfully. Having dumped in for New York and lost control of that puck, and now Philadelphia takes it the other way. Here's Casella. Casella advances past the blue line, spins around, and then just dumps in. Working here. There was Salami. Salami to look for a pass. Puck loose in front. That one just poked away by Osterlund. Tries to get that pass cross ice. Can't get it, but on the second chance effort, gets it over to Haben. Haben with a shot from the wide angle. That one rebound chance wiped away. Puck loose on the left side. Haben with it. Haben getting poked at by a couple of Philadelphia skaters. And there's a chance. Just a little poke shot from near the blue line. Philadelphia leads this one ahead back into the neutral zone. And now New York just has to dump in danger of getting an offsides. There's still a broken stick on the ice. Someone pointing that out in the crowd. And now back into the offensive zone. Here's New York. New York waiting for a pass in front. Not able to get there. Then back up to the blue line. That shot going to go wide. Still loose in front. That one eventually poked away and heads all the way back to the net of Osterlund, who'll lead this one ahead. Gives off. There was Smith. That one taken away by Automat. Now Smith takes this one in the neutral zone. Big hit laid there. Looked like maybe maybe right there being able to hold the zone there was Philadelphia, was Cochran, but couldn't get a hold of that one. Now here's a chance for New York. They pass off. Looks for an opposite side pass. That one just wide. Philadelphia clears the zone one more time. Having a skate for there is Automat. Right there was Thomas. Thomas gives off Marcus. Marcus behind the net. Looked for Thomas in front of the net. Couldn't get that one to go. Hits off a skate. And now Philadelphia back in the forecheck. Hard hit there by Thomas Automat. Gives off Marcus. Marcus looked for a pass. That one just wide. Poking at it. Garcher with a nice job there. Poking that one free. Nice poke check there by Thomas Automat. Marcus tries to pass off, still loose, and now eventually here comes New York the other way. Can't control that puck and passes one more time. Intercepted, and Philadelphia heading the other way. Advances this one past the blue line, still loose on the right side. Opportunity here to set up. Try to get that pass inside, hit off the skate of, I believe, Dixon. Excuse me, Casella. Casella passed off. Now Dixon gives off Boisclair. Now here's Garcher with it. Garcher passes off to Automat. Automat still loose. Tries to pass on to Boisclair. Boisclair couldn't get a stick on it. Now here's the 3-on-2. The Cavalry comes in. Back in favor of Philadelphia. That one, blocker save. Made by Brandow. Here's Boisclair with it. Boisclair dumps in on the opposite side to give chase. Here's Casella. Casella gets hit by Kennedy. Still jarring at it. Casella with the pass in front. That one just made a save off the rebound. Just going to hold on, lead to a face-off in the Philadelphia offensive end.
Yeah, we're seeing back and forth pressure here from New York and Philadelphia, but neither are really getting any scoring opportunities.
The power play didn't really lead to much for New York as this face-off tied up and then one back there by Jaldon. Jaldon passes off one more time, now trying to start a little bit of a break here, but Krasinski for Philadelphia makes a stop. Now here's New York to lead this one ahead. There was Moden. Moden with it. Moden dumps that one in, and now taken up by Philadelphia. Intercepted. Here's a chance in front. Dekes around defender. They score! It looked like initially Brandow made the save, but couldn't hold on to it. And this one ties it up at one apiece.
And there's another one of those costly turnovers we were talking about earlier. We saw a lot of these from Philadelphia last night. They managed to not pay for them too much, but obviously you weren't going to limit those, and it's going to lead to a goal there for New York.
Jaldon puts that one into the back of the net for the Aviators. Ties this one up at one apiece. Now makes it a little bit more difficult for Philadelphia. We talked about the offense needing to get there. Really haven't been able to set up offensive chances. Still have had their fair share of opportunities, but not able to set up in the offensive zone. Maybe here's a little bit of a different. McCarriger with the shot. Puck loose in front. That one wiped away. Nash gives off. Now McCarriger, that shot just a little wide. Big blast from the point. That one saved and held on there by Osterlund. So a little bit of offense showing there on that possession. However, not enough to call any real chances in front.
Yeah, Philadelphia's getting a few scoring opportunities here, but like you said, nothing major. They're going to want to keep this pressure on and try to keep throwing that puck on at the net.
Face off, one back by Philadelphia. Puck loose, here's McCarriger. McCarriger at the slot, tries to wrist that one ahead and poked away. Here comes Kennedy. Kennedy dumps that one ahead, back into the neutral zone. Philadelphia has to give chase. They lead this one ahead. Turnover in neutral ice. Still struggling to set anything up. Kennedy now with it. Kennedy pokes that one ahead. Leads it back into the zone there after the Philadelphia pop right back out. Kennedy now with it. Kennedy dips off. Still operating here in their own end. Backtracking is New York. Now this one heads over to Dixon. Dixon trying to pop that one out of the zone. Can't. Philadelphia with a nice little poke away. Now heading the other way. Passes the offensive blue line. That shot just wide. Nice save there as Casella dumps in. Now loose in the corner. It was Jones. Jones took a little bit of a beating down low. Cutler now with it. Cutler dekes around. Pops that one ahead. Nice easy save made there by Osterlund. Lead to another stoppage. Nice little chance there by Cutler, but just Didn't really get a chance to put any force behind that shot. Just popped it right into the chest of Arsenal, and an easy save made. Zalami and Santarelli to face off here. One back by Philadelphia. Blast from the point. That one saved once more. Another face off upcoming.
We're seeing Philadelphia shoot a lot more tonight than they were last night. Obviously, they weren't happy with the 2 goals they scored last night, and they're trying to put more points on the board regardless of how they get them in there.
Face off, one back by New York, but Philadelphia is still hard in the forecheck. Played in the corner. There's Cutler. Cutler, and then Jones comes over to give help. But eventually poked away and taken away by New York. New York dumps in. Brandow taken behind his own net, pass off there. 7 minutes left to play here in this first period of action. And now this one loose in the neutral zone. Philadelphia just dumps in, looks for a line change, and they will make. Cutler tried to give a little bit of pressure there. Now on the opposite side, working here is New York. Passes that one ahead. Tries to get a little bit of an offensive opportunity here in the Philadelphia end. That one poked away, nice defensive play. Still loose in front. Eventually whipped out of the zone and then popped over the line. Leads to an offside. So face-off coming just barely into the neutral zone. 6:42 left to play here in the first period. Jaldog wins the face-off back for New York, tied up on the right-hand side and eventually taken back by New York. Now working here. That shot going to go high and wide and up out of play. Another face-off upcoming. Another stoppage with 6:31 left to play here in the first period. Face-off going to come on the left-hand side of Brandow. Same lines on the ice. Scrambles that one behind the net of Brandow. Puck loose. Here's Automat. Automat passes over to his brother Marcus. Marcus, I believe they're going to call just slightly offside. It's a close call there near the blue line, but another face-off upcoming. Could have been a big opportunity there for Marcus Automat. Automat and Jaldong take the face-off here. Marcus wins that one back for Philadelphia. And then just zipped into the zone. Ocelin can't get back there to play it. Puck loose. Still jarring at it there was Thomas Automat. Now back up to the point. Tries to hold the zone. They do. Play behind the net. Chance in front here. Marcus. Marcus can't control that one. Now New York goes the opposite way. Tries to lead that one ahead for Moden. Can't get there in time, but gives chase and stoppage. Believe we could be looking at another. Very well could be looking at offsides. Offsides face-off coming into the neutral zone. This one back by New York. The Aviators operating here. Here's Kuczynski. Just dump into the zone. Forces a turnover. Now working on the right-hand boards. Philadelphia trying to clear the zone. Nice hold of the zone there by Kuczynski. And they dump in one more. Kaczynski lays a little bit of a hit down there for Philadelphia on the right side boards. Puck still loose behind the net. Pass this one. Takes it himself. That one just maybe got deflected and tried to get the pass over. Not really much of an opportunity. And that'll lead to a stoppage, and I believe they might be calling a penalty on Philadelphia. Depends who touched it up last. It's signaling. It's actually still waiting for the official call here. Yeah, so it will be on Philadelphia. Their second penalty of the game. That one's going to be on Mila. So he goes to the box for 2 minutes for holding. So another power play opportunity here for New York, trying to break the tie. This one played behind the net. Pass up to the point to Kuczynski. Now over to Kennedy. Kennedy with the shot. That one pass. Second chance effort. Nice glove save by Brandow. Big opportunity there for New York. Held in the glove by Noah Brandow. Another face-off upcoming. This one back by New York. Kuczynski takes this one. Dumps that behind the boards. Now Dixon puts on the brakes and long shot that one going to be able to clear the zone, waste some more time, a minute and a half left to play on the man advantage. Kuczynski passes off. Now over to Kennedy. Kennedy passes back over for New York. Kuczynski picks this one up. The loose puck at center ice over to Kennedy. Kennedy now near the blue line, trying to lead that one ahead. Steers back into the zone there is Kuczynski. Over here to Kennedy, over to Albrecht. Albrecht with the shot. That one deflected in front, popped out wide. Kuczynski with it, looks for the pass in front. Can't get that one to go. Now back over to Albrecht. Albrecht with the wrister from the point. Loose in front, that one not able to handle it. Back over to Kennedy. Kennedy at the blue line. That one turned over and then just going to be able to dump the zone there. A nice play there by Boisclair, and he goes to the bench for a breather. 35 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Kennedy steered this one ahead for the Aviators. That one's poked away, popped into the zone. A nice little clear there for Philadelphia. Back behind the net. Here's Albrecht. Albrecht passes off one more time. Steering this one past center ice and eventually just dumping in there was New York. 14 seconds left to go on the Philadelphia PK. 3.5 left to play in the first period of action. Still 1-1 as that one pops out of the zone. Now 5 seconds left to go on the man advantage. And maybe time for one last rush. They're not going to be able to get it. Nice defense played there by Thurston. Thurston with a nice forecheck there. Now played behind the net. Here's Kuczynski. Kuczynski dips that one ahead. Now New York trying to head into the offensive zone. They do. Working here is Milak. Milak behind the net. Looks for a pass in front. Not able to get there in time. Now Kuczynski will hold the zone offensively. And eventually steered back by Philadelphia. They're going to dump, and that one's just going to head out of play and into the Philadelphia net. So I believe a face-off will be staying in the PHC zone.
Yeah, Philadelphia's got to do a better job here of staying disciplined. They had some discipline issues last night against New Jersey, and they definitely don't want to get themselves in a hole here by letting up a couple man advantages back-to-back like they just did.
Face-off one back by Philadelphia. Gets a hand on that stick, on that puck. Icing might be called, and it will. Stoppage. Now face-off going back into the Philadelphia end as Nash wasn't able to control it at the blue line. Wasn't able to get there in time to avoid the icing call. 2:45 left to play here in the first period. Still knotted up at one apiece as Philadelphia looks to avoid dropping two in a row for the first time this year. They dropped one for the first time this year last night, the game against New Jersey. Definitely don't want that to happen here tonight. Trying to avoid that right here. Still first period action. Nice move there. Still loose in front. Poked away. Nice stick save made there by Osterlund. McCarriger with a hit in the corner. Still trying to apply some offensive pressure. And now Nash pokes it away. Trying to get that one over to Garcher. Garcher loose. Now stick pops up. Philadelphia will try and head this one the other way. Dumps that one into the zone there was McCarriger. Now Osterlund takes it. Osterlund passes off one more time. That one almost picked off the pass from Kuczynski. Now here comes Moden. Moden working. Moden loses that puck, faced by a swarm of Philadelphia skaters. And now going to deke this one into the offensive end. They're going to clear. Now back here's Kennedy. Kennedy pass that one ahead. Back working. Here is New York. Full head of steam. That shot going to be blocked away. Almost chance for a rebound. But working back here is Jaldon. Jaldon with the puck. Gives off at the top of the point. That one deflected in front, wide of the cage. And now still loose on the right side. Philadelphia not able to clear the zone here. They've had struggles all night long. Cochran trying to skate after that one, after making a nice move to avoid the hit. Can't get a control of that puck. Here's Jaldon. Jaldon still loose in front. Popping it behind the net of Brandow. Here's an opportunity. That one just popped over the head of Brandow. Still loose now on the right side. Takes a hard hit there, but advances the puck forward. So will be a delayed penalty. They send Brandow to the net, as almost had an offsides there and eventually touched up. As now the penalty, couldn't really see who it was against. And it's going to be 2 minutes for roughing for New York. So a 2-minute power play. There's only 55 seconds left to go in the period. So unless they score, this is going to carry over into the second period. So one face off, one back in their own zone. And now back up to the point. Here's Dixon. Dixon waiting for something to operate here. Now gives off automat. Back over to Dixon at the blue line. Dixon finding something. Now over to Casella. Casella working at the blue line. Passes down low. Tries to get that one over to Cochran. Cochran gives off to Thomas Automat. Gives off Casella. Casella blast. That one blocked away by Kennedy in front. Casella can't hold the zone there. Now gives off the opposite side. Here's Marcus Automat. Marcus leads this one into the zone. Gives off Cochran. Cochran from the slot. That one deflected and goes over to Dixon. Dixon holds the zone. Now tries to get that pass over in front to Cochran. Cochran can't get there in time. And eventually going to clear the zone. Here's an opportunity for New York. Short-handed. Looks for a pass in front. That one shoots blank. What a save there by Brandow. But the puck's still in the offensive end, and that one will lead to the end of the first period. So the power play will continue into the second period of action. Things are getting a little chippy there after the whistle. A beautiful short-handed chance in front, but a great save that made at the end by Noah Brandow.
New York had a really great period, really mirrored the effort from New Jersey last night, managed to put on a lot of offensive pressure. Once again, we're seeing a lot of unnecessary turnovers coming from Philadelphia.
Beautiful end to the period there for New York. They're in it with one of the best teams in the Mid-Atlantic, the best team in the Mid-Atlantic, but it doesn't seem like Philadelphia is playing with the same energy they usually do after the contest last night.
Philadelphia came in with an early goal in the first couple minutes, and they've really slowed down. They've cooled off since. You know, once again, a lot of unnecessary turnovers, even seeing unnecessary turnovers on their power play, leading to that beautiful shorthanded opportunity there for New York, but they weren't able to capitalize.
And despite a couple good saves by Noah Brandow, this one could be a very different contest. It's tied at 1, so that's always a positive looking into the second period. Obviously, Philadelphia is going to continue the power play into the second period, so that's always a plus, but definitely going to need a stern talking to going into the middle period in this first intermission. It's going to be interesting to see what happens going forward, but as of right now, tied at 1 here from Holiday Ice Arena. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Philadelphia Hockey Club on RTN Channel 5. back here from Allied Ice Arena for RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Philadelphia currently tied at 1 here with the New York Aviators. It's an interesting situation where they came off the loss last night. We said it's going to come down to offensive performance. They had the early goal. They looked explosive out of the gate, but it's kind of become a little stagnant since then, Dylan.
Yeah, they started off hot in those first few minutes. Thought potentially we could be witnessing a runaway, but New York really has kept them in check. They've applied their own offensive pressure. They've gotten some really good opportunities, and Philadelphia hasn't really had an answer for them so far.
Speaking of New Jersey, a fantastic team. They beat them last night. That's really where a lot of these mistakes are carrying over from. You mentioned the mental mistakes, the turnovers, the opportunities given up. It's seeming like they're playing at that same level as last night, which is really a problem, especially if you want to win this game.
Yeah, I think you're seeing the potential, the mental effect of losing your first game of the season. And, it's that factor. Are they going to bounce back? Are they going to kind of follow in that same footsteps of the games last night? And I think we're seeing a little bit of the latter.
It'll be interesting to see if it keeps up. Because this is a team that's not used to losing, because they've only had one on the year. Puck drop, the face-off, one back by New York, but all the way back into their own end. They try to clear it here, and they do. Turnover in neutral ice as Brandow signals away. Now Mila gives over to Garcher. Garcher passes over to Thurston. Thurston now with it behind the net of Brandow. Waiting for the troops to come in. Gives off here to Boys Clay. Boys Clay pass this one back over to Garcher. Over to Mila. Still on the power play. 30 seconds left to go on the Philadelphia power play. Straight off the intermission. Now Boys Claire still operating here at center ice. Gives over to Garcher. Garcher trying to pass this one past center ice. He's dragged down a little bit and eventually popped right back out of the zone. Nice clear there by New York. Now here's Thurston with it. Thurston circles behind his own net. Time for maybe a rush and a half. As Philadelphia passes the blue line. Now operating in the offensive zone. They'll have a chance to set up, as that'll do it for the New York penalty. So a nice kill there as they've cleared the zone right here. Thurston dumps that one into the zone. Now Philadelphia to give chase. They're going to dump and change the defensive pairing as Casella pops onto the ice. Here's Thurston with it, back by his own blue line. He passes it over. Now Casella with it. Casella operating back over to Thurston on their own end. Passes that one, leads that one ahead. Automat to give chase. Now Cochran passes off. Now back over to Automat. Automat, turnover in neutral ice. Working here against Thurston. That shot, nice save by Brandow. Pops off his chest. Now still loose in the corner. Thurston desperately trying to get it out of his own end. Pass over to Casella. Now over to Cochran. Cochran can't control that one. Now the Automat's trying to play a little bit of forecheck right there. Now on the near side boards, here comes New York. Tries to pass that one ahead. Can't get it to go. Automat now goes cross ice. Popped up, and that one's going to head right in to the sin bin and out of play. Lead to a face-off in the neutral zone.
Yeah, a bit of a hectic start here to the second period. Neither team's really been able to find their groove so far. A lot of turnovers once again, like we saw in the first.
So the face-off will come right into the center ice circle. Carragher take the draw for Philadelphia against Santarelli. This one back by Santarelli of New York, and pops all the way back into their own end. Philadelphia trying to desperately hold a zone. They haven't been able to do that. Nice shot there from the point. Goes straight into the chest of Osterlund. He holds on. 1-1 still. Both teams not really able to get true amount of chances. It's been tough sledding in this hectic, maybe 2.5 minutes. 17:46, so 2 minutes and 2 minutes and some change down in this middle period. This one played back at the point. Here's Dixon. Dixon with the shot. That one wide. Second chance opportunity back near the blue line. Philadelphia can't get control of that one, but a turnover in neutral ice. Philadelphia slows their roll. Salami tries to go cross over to the Carragher. Now back up to the point. Can't get that pass to go. Turnover once again. There's Nash. Nash with the shot in front. That one wide. Dixon now with it. Dixon from the point. That one just left of the cage. Played back there and dumped into the zone. Here's Nash. Nash with a shot. That one Nice save made there by Osterlund. Stoppage in play. Let's see what this is for. Actually went, I believe, off the head maybe of Osterlund. Knocked the mask right off of him. Just a little stunned, you know? You get hit in the face. You got the mask on, so it's protected you. But still, stunned you for a second. Shell shock.
Definitely.
It's not a fun one to take. As a novice street hockey goalie myself, I've taken a few. Nevertheless, stoppage leads to a face-off, and face-off won back by New York. This one played behind the net of Osterlund. Now loose in the corner on the boards. New York pokes that one free. Here's Mila. Mila on the left side. He pokes that all the way to the opposite side, back over top. Now played behind the net of Osterlund one more time. Turnover, intercepted by Cutler. Back over to Zalami. Puck still loose on the left side. New York takes it the other way. Here comes a little bit of help. Mila working here defensively. Nice job there. Pass in front. That one wiped away. Finley made a nice defensive play there. Pop that one out. And now here is Jaldon. Jaldon passes that one off the stick of an Aviator and loose in the neutral zone. Tried to take it the other way there was Philadelphia. Couldn't get that one to go. Here's Mila. Mila passes over in neutral ice. Dumps that one in. Zalami now dumps in and changes. Now Cutler with it on the right side boards in the corner. Lose control of that one. Now here is Krasinski. Krasinski pass over to Boyesclair. Boyesclair leads that one ahead. That one just wide, and Cutler can't get a stick on that one. Leading to an icing call and a face-off right in front of Brandon.
Seen a lot more pressure from Philadelphia here. It seems like New York just isn't able to find the puck right now.
There's been a lot of play in the neutral zone, which Philadelphia is no stranger to doing that, but they like to set up offensively and haven't been able to do that all game long. That's been a story all day today. That one won back by New York. Boyesclair working hard there in the neutral zone, trying to make an offensive chance. Can't get a hold of that one as it was poked away by New York. New York leads this one ahead. Pops around the blue line. Here's an opportunity here. Deeks around one more time. That one stopped by Brandow as he holds on, squeezes his legs together, and makes a save. So a nice save there with 15:41. Almost a nice little chance there for New York, as it was a nice shot from the top of the point from Milak.
Some nifty stick handling, getting an offensive opportunity here for New York. Maybe look for them to continue doing that this period.
This one played by Colgren on the boards. Working out at the blue line. Has to dump in. He does. Maximio. Lose control of that puck and now gives off. Now Thurston with it. They'll still hold the zone here for New York. Giving chase there is Casella. Casella can't clear the zone. There's Maximio. Casella desperately trying to dump this one ahead and does pop out of the zone. And now here's Dixon. Dixon can't get control of that one. Now here's an opportunity. That one shot gloved down by Brandow. That'll lead to a face-off. Brandow's been pretty active so far here today. We've seen flashes and times where we've seen a lot of shots go at him, shots not so many go after him. Past couple minutes been a little slower, but he's still able to make the saves.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very similar performance to what we saw from Holbrook last night. You know, getting a lot of attention in net and having to make a lot of saves. And so far, Brandow's been able to put on a similar performance.
Automat in the offensive zone. Passes off one more time. Still loose on the left side of the net. Puck still loose. And stoppage. And in the air. And it looks like the net just came off its post after the opportunity on the left side. A couple players jarring at it, lead to a face-off in the New York zone. Marcus Automat to take the draw here for Philadelphia. This one tied up and won back by New York. Trying to clear the zone here. Nice hit there by Philadelphia. Goes out to Radejazic. Radejazic dumps in for Philadelphia. That one goes off the stick of Marcus Automat. And now they get to hold the zone one more time. Tries to clear that one to the top near the blue line. Can't get that one to go. Blast by Radejazic. That one just shoved off. Philadelphia will hold the zone one more time. Tries to go tic-tac-toe and pass it back over. No go. Play behind the net here is New York. The Aviators pass off one more time. Puck still loose. Now Philadelphia will try and hold the zone. They can't. Dumping in there, and then turnover. Gives off to Ratajasic. Ratajasic with a blast. That one just high. Dumps one more time in. Ratajasic now with it on the right-hand boards. He gets hit hard and laid down. Leads that one ahead. Now, chance for it. Brandow tried to poke that one away. Couldn't get there in time. Now Ratajasic leads this one up to Automat. Now Cochran with it. Cochran dumps in. Trying to play that back was Osterlund. Can't get there in time. Goes to the left side of the boards. 13 and a half left play here in the middle period. Still 1-1 here from Hollydale. Nash turns that one over. Tries to pass over. Playing hard there on the forecheck. There was New York. Philadelphia able to get there in time. Gives off Cochran. Cochran got a stick on it. So I believe icing will be waved off. Absolutely. And now Philadelphia playing hard in the offensive end. Not really able to hold the zone here as this one pops out as Krasinski tried to hold that one. Milo with it. Milo passes off one more time. Loses this one at center ice. Waiting for an opportunity here is New York. Now leaves this one ahead. Passes the blue line. Trying to work. Now a chance in front. Still swiped away. And now dashing for it there is Krasinski. Krasinski working in the boards. Krasinski with a nice hit for Philadelphia. And working here is McCarriger. McCarriger with the turnover. Still loose. That one popped over to Holbrook. Could have been dangerous. Popped up. Now here comes McCarriger the other way. He takes a beating on the right-hand boards. Advancing into the zone. That one just blocked away by Brando. Milo leads this one ahead. Offside's waved off. Now Philadelphia, here's Milo. Milo working hard to get after that puck. He can't get there in time. Puck loose in front. Here comes the other way. Jones with a shot. Backhander. That one wiped wide. Now here's an opportunity again. Sweeped around. That one just right at the cage. Still loose on the right-hand board. Still operating here is New York. New York desperately trying to clear it out of their zone. They do here, but right back out to Krasinski. Krasinski working in his own end. Passes off over to Mila. Mila operating. Tries to lead that one ahead. He can't. That one's turned over as Salami was trying to get after it. Jones working hard on the forecheck. Still popped out of the zone. Now chasing after it. Here comes New York. New York. That one popped away. Nice poke check there by Mila. Played in the corner. Getting spin around there was Maximu. Now popped out of the zone. Here's Albrecht. Albrecht passes off one more time. Dishes and dashes into the zone. Maximu with the pass. That one wide. Chance blocked away by Philadelphia. Here's Salami. Salami clears the zone, but still turned over. Now Jones trying to poke at it for Philadelphia. Salami leads to that one being popped up here on the near side. Operating, here's a chance. Puts on the dash. That one blocked away by Mila. Clears the zone there, and this one's going to pop all the way over to Osterlund. He's not going to play that one. Lead to an icing call and a face-off in the Philadelphia end.
We're seeing a lot of neutral zone play here. Both teams really lacking any serious offensive threats in this second period so far.
Little bit of an opportunity coming up for New York. Really haven't been able to muster into many shots, but have had really good looks so far in this second period, but haven't been able to get many shots on net against Brandow.
New York at times trying to do a little too much with it. Sometimes maybe looking for an opportunity that's not there instead of taking the one that's right in front of them. And I think for New York to have success, they should try really throwing the puck on net a little bit more this period.
Face off, tied up, and then the shot just wide. Now working here is New York. Leaves this one ahead. Now here's a chance. Pass off one more time. That one passed just wide. Try to get that one over to Moden. This one loose at center ice. Turned over. Now New York will take it the other way. Delayed penalty upcoming for New York. And now Thurston takes it for Philadelphia. That one popped into the zone, and icing will be waved off. But the delayed penalty, I believe, waved off too. The official had his hand up in the air, was looking for it. But still Philadelphia working here in their own end. Dixon takes a little bit of a shot behind the net. Now Dixon trying to get it out of their zone. Can't operate here in their own end. Dixon and Casella jarring at it. Now Boys player will clear the zone. Pops all the way back. And now here's Kaczynski. Kaczynski working on the forecheck. Here's Philadelphia trying to poke that one away. Not able to. Leads this one ahead. Now Thurston takes this one. He clears the zone here. Now Garcher trying to give chase into the offensive end. Lays a little bit of a stick check there. Now this one popped right back out here. Is Ratajasic. Ratajasic plays this one behind the net. He's off Garcher. Garcher. Now there's a blast. That one popped up and out of play. Nice job there by Brandow. So no Brandow. Hasn't seen much. Haven't seen many big rebound chances. That's a testament to how well he's played in net so far here today.
Yeah, he's been very solid for Philadelphia here so far. Like you said, he hasn't really seen many serious scoring opportunities, but he's managed to keep the easy ones in front of him.
Marcus Automat ties that one up, pops it out. Now Marcus gives off Thomas. Thomas takes a little bit of a shot in the neutral zone. Marcus down in the zone end, pops right back up. Ratajasic lays a hit in center ice. Gives over to Marcus. Marcus, and that one gonna lead to a penalty, and I believe they're gonna call this one on Thomas Automat. It was away from the play. They passed it over to Marcus, and then Thomas got called for interference. So another power play upcoming for New York.
It's a great opportunity here for New York. The last thing, like we said earlier, this is the third penalty on the night for Philadelphia. When you're struggling to score offensively, you're essentially taking yourself out of the scoring game for about 2 minutes, and that's really the last thing they want to do. They're going to have to clean it up.
Face off one back. Now Kennedy takes this one at the blue line. Kennedy pass off one more time. Back over to Kennedy. Working here on the near side. Goes down inside. And back up to Kennedy near the blue line. Can't control that one. Pops right back out. Wastes a couple seconds on the power play. Still working near center ice. Leads this one ahead. Brandow looking for an opportunity. Makes the save there. Still loose on the left side. He'll hold for face-off.
Yeah, that was a nifty move by Giles Young there, but ultimately Brandow was able to keep it in front of him, make a nice save.
A little bit of a 2-on-1 there. Had two guys cutting. Had the one. Had Giles Young made a nice move. Just a better save there by Brandow. Was in the right place when needed. That one immediately popped out of the zone there by Dixon. And now waste more time. As signaled for a stoppage. Not quite sure what they called this one on. However, lead to a neutral zone face-off as an odd one near the blue lines. Minute and 15 seconds left to go on Philadelphia PK. Skating with a lot of speed. That one blocker save. Still loose behind the net. Now operating here is New York. Leads that one ahead. Cochran trying to clear the zone. Eventually does, not very conventionally, but now Casella takes this one in his own end. Wastes some more time, skates around. Minute left to go on the power play for New York. Now, with a full head of steam, here comes New York. There's a chance. That one popped in and made the save there was Brandow. Loose behind the net, still operating, goes back to the blue line, waits for a shot. That one, blocker save, made, and heading the other way. Here comes Thurston. Thurston short-handed, waiting for the cavalry. Takes a shot, deeks around, he scores!
And a beautiful move and score by Thurston there, getting the short-handed one for Philadelphia. In a time where they were struggling offensively, they managed to get one down a man.
Matt Thurston does a great job short-handed and makes it 2-1 in favor of Philadelphia after the short-handed goal. Still 35 seconds left to go on the PK. However, if you could try and clear it, try and kill it that way, it works pretty well.
You have to imagine New York, excuse me, is not too happy with that one.
Pearson getting credited with the goal there. Now working here is Maximo. Maximo still with a forehand, still working. And now another delayed penalty upcoming. Chance in front, that one blocked away, as that'll lead to the stoppage. And now another Philadelphia penalty right here. As Mueller will go to the box here for Philadelphia, so it's going to be a short 5-on-3, almost a non-existent 5-on-3, because 1 second left to go on the Thomas automatic call. So 2 minutes for tripping, be 5-on-3 for a seconds being generous. Face off, one back by New York. Automatic quickly back onto the ice. Working here from the slot. That one wide. Chance in front. That one poked away. Nice job there by Dixon. Dixon leads this one ahead. Automatic to try and give chase here. Played back by Osterlund. Puck loosened behind the net. Thomas automatic still working. He can't get control of that one. Now Philadelphia take it the other way. Excuse me, New York will take it the other way. Casella takes this one in his own end, wasting more time on the PK. Casella working here. Leads that one ahead. Tries to pop that one into the zone, and does, leads to a nice little clear. Minute and a half left to go on the New York man advantage. Trying to get a little bit of speed here, and they do. Puts on the brakes, immediately has to reset. Now back up to the point. Here's Kennedy. Kennedy passes off, tries to get that one to Maximu, and Maximu can't get the control of that one. Now played behind the net. Here is Osterlund. Osterlund waits for some help, and now a minute left to go on the man advantage. Deeks into the zone, now still operating. Down goes a man in front of the net. Tries to lead this one past to the opposite side, and they do. Jaldung with it. Jaldung on the near side board, still operating. Gets that one dipped away by Casella. Still with Jaldung. Now back up to the point is Kaczynski. One-time shot, that one wide. Kaczynski dumps into the zone. Now Jaldung. Jaldung tries to pass that one in front. No one calling on the doorstep. Cochran clears the zone for Philadelphia. 30 seconds left to go on the power play. Radajasic lays a little bit of a hit there nearby the blue line in the neutral zone. And now eventually just dumps in. Wastes more time on the PK. 15 seconds left to go on the man advantage. As New York in danger of not allowing any chances. Still loose in front. That one wiped away. Good job there by Philadelphia. 5 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Casella with a chance. That one wiped away. Heading all the way back. And that'll do it for the man advantage as Mueller comes out of the box, steaming right over to Osterlund. Pops that one out of the zone. Now played in by McCarrigan. 4:40 left to go here in the second period of play. 2-1 in favor of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Played in the corner. Popped that one. That one will go out of play, leading to a face-off in the New York zone. So nothing doing on the power play for New York. Actually, only bad things happening after the shorthanded goal.
And not a great couple of power plays for New York there, managing to get nothing on the board and letting up one in that time. And really great job by Philadelphia killing both those off and scoring one.
Face-off won by Philadelphia. Working here is Cutler. Cutler behind the net. Takes a little bit of a beating. Takes the other way. Here's New York. Turnover in their own end. And now with it, here's Philadelphia. Back in the neutral zone. Leads this one ahead for Cutler. Cutler tries to dump in. That one played up. Now Zalami can't get control of that one. Pops to the opposite side. Jones just going to dump in. Zalami to give chase. Zalami lays a little bit of a hit there. Now with it on the right side boards. Waits for someone to cut in front. No one going. No one home. As Jones passes off to Cutler. Cutler gets swiped down in front of the net. Now pops this one, trying to lead it into the neutral zone. They do. Now goes to the opposite side. Working here is Maximu. Maximu, that one just behind the cage. Controls that one in, and just Brandow is going to put his paw on it, lead to a stoppage. 3:40 left to go here in the middle period of action. Now 2-1 in favor of the Philadelphia Hockey Club after the shorthanded goal scored by Thurston. So a couple of chances squashed by New York. Really haven't been able to muster up the really good chances, and the slight chances they've had haven't been able to turn in the goals on the board. This one played by Pearson. Pearson leads this one ahead as Philadelphia was looking for an interference call. They're not going to get it. It's just going to be an icing call back in to the Philadelphia zone for the faceoff.
The Philadelphia bench is not happy with that one, chirping at the ref a little bit.
So the faceoff will come to the right of Brandow on the near side. This one back by New York, now played at the blue line. That one deflected away. And automat, Marcus leads this one over to Thomas. Thomas can't get control of that one. Played back here by Krasinski. Krasinski near center ice. Gets that one poked away. Again poked away. Now played here by Thomas Otterman. Now back into the offensive zone. Excuse me, back into the New York zone. Now Krasinski with it. He can't control that one. Here's an opportunity. With the backhand try. That one popped away. Nice save by Brandow. Now here's Pearson with it. Pearson leads this one ahead with Thomas Otterman. Thomas, pass to the blue line. Goes over to Pearson. Pearson not able to get that pass hauled in. Back over to Marcus. Marcus at the point. Over to the opposite side. That shot, the blast off the cage. Second chance opportunity. Still poked away. Delayed penalty upcoming. A scramble of bodies. And it's very well going to be a Philadelphia power play upcoming.
And that all starts with a great save by Brandow. He had a really nice poke check there on a little bit of a breakaway. Started a counterattack for Philadelphia going the other way, and it led to good things. Now they're on a power play.
So the penalty will be on Milak. Milak goes to the box 2 minutes. And now the special teams unit of Philadelphia gets an opportunity to add more on the board here. 2-1 still leading after the short-handed goal, trying to get one up a skater right here. Boyskler gets that one poked away. Now a 2-on-1 with Thurston. Thurston has to make a decision. That one, chance in front. Stopped by Brandow. Play behind the net here. Nice short-handed save there by Noah Brandow. And now Thurston takes this one behind his own net. 25 seconds down on the man advantage. Almost taking a little bit of a hit there. It's Philadelphia. They lead this one to the opposite side. Here's Pearson. Pearson lays a little bit of a hit on the right side board. Leads this one to the opposite side. Working here's Philadelphia at the point. Here's Milo. Milo with it. Milo leads that one inside. Still poked away. Taking the other way. Here comes New York. New York, another opportunity as they lead this one into the offensive zone. They pass off. Here's a shot. That one stopped in front. Philadelphia not able to get any offensive chances here. Here's Garcher. Garcher. Pass past the blue line. Pass off one more time. Now a chance in front. They score! Not able to generate many offensive opportunities, but the ones they get, they put into the back of the net. It's right there. Makes it 3-1 in favor of Philadelphia. After the goal scored, I believe they're going to give it to Garcher.
New York showing just what poor discipline can do for you. Never want to give your team opponent man advantage. Here, now you see a 1-goal lead turn to 2, and it becomes a little more out of reach for New York here.
Face off, one back by Philadelphia. They get a goal on the man advantage. Now makes it 3-1 in favor of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Nash working here on the near side board. Garcher gets credit with the goal there. Now here comes Mueller on the opposite side. Dumps in, now Nash to give chase. Nash in the corner. Pass over to Thurston. Excuse me, Carrigan. Casella now playing defense here with a full head of steam. Here comes Maximo. Maximo tries to pass that one in front. No one to call on at the doorstep. Casella gives over to Carrigan. Carrigan now takes this one the other way as he passes over to Mueller. Mueller dumps in for Philadelphia, and they'll get a line change with 44 seconds left to play in this middle period of action. They're up 3-1. There's a chance. That one's saved by Osterlund. So that one, a dangerous opportunity in front of the net. But Osterlund made the call with a big save there.
And Philadelphia is really starting to put the heat on here at the end of the period.
38 seconds left to play in this middle period of action. 3-1 in favor of Philadelphia after the power play goal scored by Gage Garcher, his second of the game. They're operating behind the net here. Turnover behind the net of Osterland. Chance in front, that one wiped away. Pass gonna get there in time as they play this one here. Pass over to Marcus Odermatt. Marcus leaves that one to Thomas. Thomas not able to get a stick on that one. Puck still loose, tries to lead that one in front. No one at the doorstep. Here's Odermatt tried to pass that off one more time. Over, wasn't able to get it. Puck loose, still now Marcus. Marcus with his grab. That one swiped away. Second chance, third chance, opportunity. Swipe that, knocked away. Puck loose, still on the opposite side, and that will do it for the middle period of action. Philadelphia now with the lead after two. 3-1 in favor of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. This one was really due to special teams play. The power play goal and the shorthanded goal, that's a real big reason. Those are the reasons they are up 3-1 right now.
And like you said, special teams so far the difference maker, giving Philadelphia a 2-goal lead here heading into the third period. You're going to want to see New Jersey cut down on these penalties if they want to keep themselves in this game.
Definitely going to need to see a little bit more discipline by New York. And on the opposite side, Philadelphia, let's see if they can develop more offensive chances. Haven't seen many, but the ones they've gotten, they put into the back of the net. That's why they're up 3-1 currently. But need to see more pure offensive opportunities. Haven't been able to set up offensively at all today. And that's a big reason why it's not bigger than it should be. On the opposite side, Noah Brandow has been fantastic in net. That's a big reason why there's only a 1 on the board for New York. Could be a lot greater, but we will see what happens. Coming up in just a little bit. Don't go anywhere. You're watching RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Welcome back to RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Gary Italy and Dylan Sadeki here for a fantastic third period upcoming. It's going to have to be a big one for New York. They're down 2 goals after not how they would like 2 goals to be put on the board. 1 shorthanded and 1 on power play for Philadelphia. Mental lapses, mental mistakes, especially. They've had a couple power plays. They've had opportunities to put pucks in the net. They just haven't been able to do that so far here tonight.
The special teams has not been New York's strong suit tonight. Like you said, letting up 1 on their power play and then letting up 1 while on the penalty kill. They're going to want to clean up their own penalties, maybe look to take advantage of some power plays, turn the special teams around, maybe get a quick goal. But they're definitely going to need to turn the offensive intensity up fast, being down 2 goals to a strong Philadelphia Hockey Club.
Philadelphia looks to avoid dropping 2 in a row for the first time basically ever. Basically ever. They haven't lost a game until last night. Last night, their first loss of the game. They're trying to avoid getting their second here tonight. They're currently in a good spot to do just that. They're up 3-1. However, offensively, they've been a little iffy as well. Haven't been able to generate many chances, pure offensive opportunities. They've had things slip through, but still, we'll look to see what happens in this final period of play, as the face-off was initially tied up, and we're going to have to reset and redo it. Face-off 1 back now here by Philadelphia. Gives over to Dixon. Now Dixon leads this one ahead. Now Automat with it. Thomas Automat makes a move. Thomas tries to get a shot off. He can't get nothing going. Now pass over to Marcus. Marcus behind the net of Osterlund. Passes all the way up to the board. Now pops that right in, as now an upcoming power play will be coming for Philadelphia. Now Marcus, that puck just stopped. Almost had a beautiful opportunity there as Marcus Automat passed over to Thomas, but regardless, here's an opportunity. Will be a power play upcoming for Philadelphia. Is coming to the box here will be Albrecht for New York. So 5-on-4 basically to start the period for Philadelphia.
Not the start New York was looking to get off to. Like we said, special teams not been a strong suit for New York here tonight. Down 2 goals early in the third period. You don't want to send a man to the box early.
Face-off tied up and then won by New York. This one's going to be led all the way back over to Brandow. Now Thurston going back to retrieve. Turnover. That shot saved by Brandow. Turned over in the Philadelphia zone. They lead this one ahead. Tries to pass on one ahead, not able to get to Garcher. Goes back to the blue line. Now here's Mila. Mila passes down to Boisclair. Now back behind the net, played by Philadelphia. Leads this one ahead. There's Pearson. Pearson now back over, and now here's Thurston. Thurston with a wide angle chance. Rebound chance. That one, Boisclair not able to get there in time. Look for a one-timer, passes off. Now Thurston one-time chance, and now pops off the pegs of this net as Osterman kicks that one away. Some Philadelphia fans were looking for a delay of game. Thought that one was a little intentional, but
Philadelphia looked to have a good thing going on offense there, but the net kicked away by Osterlund. Seemed to be unintentional, but still, you're not happy to see that if you're a Philadelphia fan.
Absolutely not. Face-off 1 here by Philadelphia. Now, 1 minute and 15 left to go on the man advantage. Play behind the net. Here's Boisclair. Boisclair gives over to Mila. Mila now back down to Boisclair. Goes up the side. Garcher not able to one-time that one ahead. Now here comes New York the opposite direction. Here's a chance. Deeks around, tries to pass that one over, and still nothing going, not able to get a shot off on the opportunity. Now here comes Philadelphia the opposite way. Garcher, Deeks in front. Can't get that one to go. Now played here. Here's Thurston. Thurston with the shot. Glove down by Osterlund. Nice glove save there to keep this one only a 2-goal deficit. 3-1 still in favor of Philadelphia. But they still have 45 seconds left to go on the man advantage. Here comes out the Automat line. Automat, Cochran. Marcus not able to win that face-off back, but now Casella takes this one at the blue line. Casella working here. Tries to dump in. Cochran tried to get there in time. Couldn't get there in time. Now Dixon holds the zone. Now here's Marcus. Marcus passed back over to Dixon. Now down goes Marcus Automat. Tries to pass that one over. Swiped away in front. Still poking at it. Wiped away. The stoppage. And I believe could be calling another penalty, and they will. So it's going to be 5-on-3 for 20 seconds as they call another penalty there on Santorelli. So now 5-on-3. This is the worst case scenario if you're the Aviators.
New York just cannot get out of their own way with penalties tonight.
Face off, one back by New York. Now Dixon trying to hold the zone. He cannot. Now 10 seconds remain on the 5-on-3. Excuse me. We'll go back to 5-on-4 in 5 seconds. This one played at the blue line. Dixon now with it. Dixon, high slot, pass over to Casella. There goes the power play. That one whipped away. Still loose behind the net. Here's Automat. Automat can't get that pass over to Casella. Cochran dumps in. Now here comes Marcus to give chase. Marcus passes over to Chase Cochran. Cochran behind the net. Cochran back over to Marcus. Marcus passes back over to Dixon. Dixon at the top of the key. Now over to Automat. Down low, here's Cochran. Now Marcus. Marcus with the shot. That one's still loose on the side. Nice save, and eventually hauled in by Osterlund.
Yeah, Philadelphia's doing a nice job here on the power play of really maintaining the puck, maintaining possession, and getting some good offensive opportunities here.
Minute and 14 left to go on the man advantage. They killed the first penalty off. But now they still have to continue for another minute and 15 seconds or so. Face off tied up. Pearson drawing at it. Pearson gets tripped up a little bit, waiting for power play, and they will get another penalty. As Pearson had an opportunity straight from the net, he was tripped up. Another penalty called. 5-on-3 for now a minute and 9 seconds as they send Kuczynski to the box here. So continuing the mental mistakes. Now it's going to be 5-on-3 again.
A large part of that is due to the pressure that Philadelphia is putting on right now. I believe that this pressure is really forcing New York to have a lot of mental errors.
Mila now at the blue line. Pass off one more time. Waits for a shot to develop. No one there. Back out to the high slot. Playing tic-tac-toe with it. Still waiting on the far side boards. Back to the top. Here's Thurston. Thurston passes over. Here's Mila. Mila waiting for a shot. That one tries to go wide to Garcher. And now the Nets falls off its pegs once more. Having a lot of issues with the net this period. We're only 3.5 minutes down, and we've already seen the net come off twice. I'm not a mathematician, but that's a pretty good ratio. Well, pretty bad ratio. Now Mila takes this one. Mila pass over to Thurston. Thurston with the blast. That one gloved down by Osterlund. Makes a nice save there. So a minute and 28 seconds left to go on both penalties. 37 seconds left to go on the 5-on-3. It'll be 5-on-4 after that. Face off, tied up, and then still jarring at it. Philadelphia takes this one. Here's Pearson. Pearson tries to use his body, not able to really make an opportunity there. Mila now passes this one up. Over to Thurston, back over to Mila. Mila at the slot. Still working. Tries to go. Pearson not able to get there, and then knocks off the pegs one more time.
Make it the third time. Third time's a charm.
Makes it a third time. And it's making Philadelphia just get more and more frustrated every time it happens because it's wiping away rebound chances.
For sure, it's wiping away good scoring opportunities. You know, after a face-off, you win it. You're holding possession. You're starting to find your zone a little bit, and then you find yourself resetting all over again.
Marcus Automat can't win that one back, and then pops out of the zone. Dixon tries to play that one. Dixon able to hold his own barely. Marcus passes this one to the blue line. Casella will hold. Now back over to Dixon. Dixon pass over to Marcus. Marcus tries to pass that one to his brother Thomas on the opposite side. Has to do it an unconventional way. At the high side, that one scores! Max Casella puts that one into the back of the net and make it 4-1 in favor of Philadelphia with the power play goal.
You know, 5-on-3 left a lot more space for Philadelphia to operate. It allowed Costello to kind of find his way into the high slot, and he fired it far down.
Beautiful shot from right in the middle lane. That's all you can ask for. Defenseman creeps up a little bit when you get those shots in deep. You got to go bar down. Simple.
And you're not finding those opportunities on 5-on-5. That's a direct impact of undisciplined play here by New York tonight.
Nash working hard on the forecheck here. Eventually leads to a turnover. Here's Mila. Mila, that one shot just wide. Carragher with the shot there. Mueller can't get a hold of this one. Here comes charging ahead the opposite way is New York. New York turns that one over in the offensive zone. Now here's Mueller. Mueller passes off one more time. Tries to get that one over to McCarragher. McCarragher, big hit laid down there by Radojazic. Radojazic coming into the lineup here tonight. He's been fantastic, especially laying the body so far. Real physical player for Philadelphia. McCarragher dumps in, gets over and tries to pass that one. Heading the other way, here comes New York. New York, Litchin with a shot. That one saved by Brandow. Second chance opportunity, still loose behind the net of Brandow. Tries to pass that one in front, steered away, it hits off. Radojazic now playing near the boards. Puck still loose on the near side boards. Philadelphia eventually able to clear this one away. Now here's Mueller. Mueller still working. Not the numbers in his favor. So he gets wiped down. Now Philadelphia not able to hold the zone. Pops back out to the neutral zone. Philadelphia turns that one over. They still have to fight for it. Heading here is New York. Now here's Krasinski. Krasinski pops this one out. And now Jones tried to force a turnover there. Wasn't really able to. Pass over. That one. Beautiful stop there. Mila lays the body. Takes one for the team. And deflects it away.
Mila laying it all on the line there to save an otherwise open net.
Puck still loose behind the net. Still operating here. Philadelphia can't clear the zone. Finally able to as it deflects off a player. It passes off and it's intercepted near the New York blue line. Albrecht passes that one ahead. Now with the full head of steam. Pass back over. One-time shot by Albrecht. That one deflected. Play behind the net. Here's Krasinski. Krasinski leads this one ahead. Passes off. Now on the near side, here comes Cutler. Cutler. Offsides will be called as Jones was just a little step ahead on the far side. Now face-off will come into the neutral zone with 13-18 left to play here in the final period of play. So Thurston to take the draw here for Philadelphia. And Santorelli to take it for New York. One back by New York. And now play in the neutral zone as they led this one ahead. Thurston leads this one, gets that one intercepted. Tried to clear the zone, wasn't able to. And now played by New York and poked away. 7 minutes down here in this middle period of action. Tries to lead this one ahead. They do. Boys Claire on the near side. He's charging ahead. Waits for a pass in front. That one deflects and still loose. Still operating now at the blue line. Over here, Dixon. Dixon waits for a shot to develop. He gives off. That one pass just wide. Garcher now with it. Garcher, that one dumps in. Dixon does a good job of clearing that one back into the offensive zone to try and hold. That one pops all the way back. Trickles past the second blue line. Icing will be waved off. They lead this one ahead to Thurston. Thurston's going to dump in. Giving chase here is Otterman. Leads that one ahead. No one calling at the doorstep. But Philadelphia's still able to hold the zone. Here's Thurston. Thurston gives over to Garcher. Now back inside to Thomas Otterman. Leads the opposite way. Tries to get that one to a cutter. Couldn't get that one to go. Heading the other way. Here comes Jaldung. Jaldung on the near side boards. Still operating as he led that one ahead. Now Philadelphia trying to clear the zone. Not really able to yet. Finally now they can. Here's Thomas Otterman. Thomas advances past the blue line. Operating. Dekes around. Spins it around the defender as he took a little bit of a shot there from Smith. Still playing hard in the corner. Here comes his brother Marcus. Now played away. Marcus trying to lead this one ahead. Gets it. Heading the other way. Here comes Kaczynski. Kaczynski leads that one ahead. Still loose. Brandow will just hold as it was loose in front of his net. So 4-1 in favor of Philadelphia. A lot coming off of special teams. Haven't really been able to get many chances, but right on that last possession, we're able to get a little bit of a rhythm going at even strength. Need to see more of that if they want to keep this lead where it is. because offense can sometimes be your best defense.
Absolutely. We're seeing a lot of the same struggles that we saw from Philadelphia last night against New Jersey. Like you said, the even strength offense has not been great. They've been struggling to get opportunities, but these last few minutes are starting to turn that around a bit. They're going to hope to keep that going.
Playing hard here on the forecheck. There was McCarriger. McCarriger not able to force turnover, and eventually does near the blue line. Now, here comes Colgren. Colgren can't control that one. Takes a shot near the Philadelphia blue line. Leads this one ahead. Pokes into the zone. Here comes Philadelphia as they lead this one out. This one going to go all the way past and trickles behind the net of Osterlund. The face-off upcoming. Kennedy was there to touch up. So 10:47 left to play here in the final period of play. Face-off upcoming on the right side of Brandow. As Maximiu take the draw here for New York. One back by Philadelphia in their own end as they try and clear the zone. They do right there. Back out to the neutral zone, still touched up by New York as they lead this one past center ice. Turnover once more. Now here's Maximiu. Maximiu passes ahead, not able to get there. Was the cutter. Play behind the net. Still loose in front of Brandow. Not able to be touched by a New York player. Now here comes Philadelphia the other way. Cutler leads this one inside. 2-on-1 in favor. Tries to get that pass in front. That one, no one able to get a stick at the doorstep. Now the numbers basically in favor of New York, barely. Now here comes the rest of the Cavalry. A hard hit laid down as the penalty will be called on Philadelphia, excuse me. And a hard hit laid down there. However, not what you asked for, as now you'll go 5-on-4, as Cutler will go to the box. So 10:01 left to play here in the final period of play.
And this is exactly what New York needed. Down 3 with only 10 left to play. A power play is a prime opportunity to maybe get one back on the board, get yourself right back into this game.
5-on-4 with 10:01 left to play. They're still discussing exactly what the call will be. The assessment. As the referees finally pinpointing this one. So it's going to be a 5-minute major to Cutler. As the Philadelphia faithful not pleased with that call. It's going to be 5 minutes. So basically half of the contest, Philadelphia will play shorthanded.
Talk about a prime opportunity for New York to get themselves right back into this game. A 5-minute major being gifted to them, that's a huge opportunity if they want to try to claw themselves back into this one.
Trying to steer this one past center ice. Philadelphia will now get a chance to dump in. And now this also leads to chances for Philadelphia. They're probably going to want to play a little bit more aggressive, even shorthanded, because it's going to be half the period this way. Puck loose near the corner. Tries to lead that one to the opposite side corner. Can't get the pass off there. Now played inside behind the net of Brandow. Chance in front. That one wiped away. Luckily it hit off the stick of a Philadelphia player before touched up by anyone else. Now played here by New York. They lead this one ahead. Deeks around a couple defenders. Now behind the net of Brandow, played on the right side boards. Dixon playing hard defense in the corner. Now chance. That one wiped away. Out of play. Lead to a face-off. 3:55 left to play here on the major penalty. And 8:56 left to play in the period. Final period of play here. Philadelphia in the driver's seat, up 3 goals, 4-1 here in the final period of action. Trying to avoid dropping their second of the year, their second in a row. Unlikely to happen as of right now, however, playing with their backs against the wall for the next 3:45 in this period.
A 5-minute major definitely makes it a little more interesting.
Played at center ice, can't get a hold of this one. Back into their own end. And here's Kennedy. Kennedy dips that one ahead behind the net of Osterlund. Now played here. Dashing here is Lithin. Lithin passes off one more time. Here's Maximiu. Maximiu puts on the dashers. Now play it at the blue line. Now here's Kennedy. Kennedy passes off one more time. That one turned over. It's still played as they poke it away. Kennedy now dips this one down. Now played in front. Still loose. And now played it at the point. That one high slot. Shot just high. Now played back up here at the top of the point. Now over to the left side wing. Now behind the net. Operating. They dip this one away. Steer that one back into the corner. And now Kennedy bops this one down. Play behind the net of Brandow. And zipped behind the net once more. Kennedy with a shot. That one just dekes off the defender. Still working in the corner. Now Kennedy back at the blue line. Still operating. Now down low one more time. Tries to give that one in front. Can't get that one pass going. As Philadelphia will end up clearing one more time back over to Osterlin. Osterlin can't get control of that puck as it actually just stuck to the ice for a second there. As Kennedy steers this one ahead. Now heading, here comes New York. Operating behind the net, we have Brandow. Leads this one back up to the blue line. Now passes one more time. Poked away there as Krasinski had an opportunity. Big hit laid down. Here comes an opportunity. As the rest of the group coming in for Philadelphia. There's a shot just wide. Now, Automat Thomas working here. Thomas and Marcus working here on the forecheck as they're going to be the shorthanded pairing for the forwards. Now, dipping this one into the offensive zone. Here comes New York. Play behind the net one more time. Minute and 35 left to play on the man advantage. 6:30 left to play in the period. This one played on the left side. Working here. Dipped away and now bangs off the glass and back into the neutral zone. Wastes some more time as they have to reset. That one popped out and hits off a shin of Kaczynski. Back into the offensive zone, wasting more time. Minute and 9 seconds left to play on the man advantage as here comes Albrecht. Albrecht passes this one ahead, goes right to Mila. Mila gonna waste some more time in his own end, passes off one more time. And now gives this one ahead to Automat. Now here's Marcus with it. Marcus waiting for his brother Thomas to come. Thomas now with it. Thomas plays this one at the blue lines. They head all the way back, wastes more time. 45 seconds left to play on the man advantage. Now here's Casella. Casella passes off. Loses control of that one. Play behind the net of Brandow. Waiting for a second chance opportunity. No one calling at the doorstep. Now here comes Philadelphia the other way, shorthanded. Here's Casella. Casella spins around a defender and dekes in. Now here's Albrecht. Albrecht leading the charge. 25 seconds left to go on the man advantage. 5:25 left to play in the period as Brandow would just hold. So face-off upcoming with 19 seconds left. So far it's been successful 4 minutes and 40 seconds. 41 seconds if we want to get technical. It's been a solid kill.
This has been a textbook penalty kill by Philadelphia so far. They've managed to stifle the New York offense pretty much entirely. They've never really felt like they were in danger of letting up a goal so far here in this 5-minute major.
15 seconds left to go on the man advantage. They clear this one ahead. Now Osterlin has to get this one. He has to wait for some help as right there was Jones, to give chase. Now played on the opposite side. Working here is Lither. Lither, man advantage up. Under 5 minutes left to play here. Now Philadelphia takes it the other way. One-on-one. Just gonna head this one to the opposite side. Here's Nash. Nash puts on the brakes. That one stopped. Still loose in front. Nice save with the kicker. Now still loose on the side of the net. Still loose. Can't get a hand on that. There's Nash. Nash plays this one to the point. Pass over to the opposite side. Here's a blast. That one popped up. Huge blast there by Radajasic. The blue line. Ducks his head to make the save there.
Yeah, that one looked like to be the second one to go off Osterlin's head tonight, making saves at all costs.
Not a fun one when taking it off the noggin. This one back by New York. Philadelphia still trying to hold the offensive zone as the character's jarring at it. Still jarring at it. Now it's finally loose past the blue line. New York leads this one ahead. Back up to the blue line. That one shot saved by Brandow. Still loose in front. Brandow will hold. Makes a big save there with 4:20 left to play here in the third period. Now things getting a little chippy in front of the blue crease. So that's what you got to do. Defend your goaltender in those chippy situations.
Yeah, we're seeing tensions boil over a little bit tonight. We've seen a lot of big hits, and I don't doubt that some of them have resulted in this.
4:20 left to play here in the third period of action. As a face-off will come to the left-hand side of Brandow. Face-off won by Philadelphia. Philadelphia still operating in their own end. They're going to clear the zone here. Now lead this one ahead past neutral ice. Still looking for a pass in front. Still loose. McCarriger not able to get a shot there. He was hauled down. And now still operating here. Now Mila. Mila forces a turnover. Tries to pass someone in front. Now play at the blue line. There's a shot. That one striked away. Deflected off a skate. Now played behind here. Tries to get the one-timer opportunity. Now going back. Here's Dixon. Dixon not even needed. Has a nice defensive play there made by Philadelphia. Leads this one ahead to Mueller. Mueller still operating. Takes a wide angle shot. That one just high. Played here by Pearson. Pearson leads this one ahead. Now played back into their own end. Here's Casello. Casello just going to skate in for Philadelphia. Now pops this one back up to the blue line. There's a chance. Tries to get that one wide. Couldn't get the pass off there. Played it back into the neutral zone. They lead this one over to Mueller. Mueller loses control of that one. And now here's Ottoman. Now back into the New York zone. There was Jaldung. Jaldung gets that one turned over. Osterlund not able to get there in time. Back over to Jaldung. Jaldung in his own end. Ottoman's applying pressure. Now able to skate this one ahead, but back into the neutral zone with 3 minutes left to play here in the final period of play. 4-1 in the third period in favor of Philadelphia. Leads this one ahead. Trying to get an opportunity here. Needs something big right here. That shot just going to be deflected off the skate and out of play, so face-off upcoming. Now here's the decision. What do you do with Osterlund? You got to keep an eye out for Osterlund in the next couple of minutes. Next couple of seconds, excuse me. That's what it's going to come down to.
I think for New York, you're in desperation mode at this point. You're down 3 goals with 2.5 minutes left to play. You haven't really gotten much offense going so far. I think you got to pull the goal. You got nothing left to lose at this point.
We'll keep an eye out for Osterlund as this one goes all the way back, waiting for an icing call, and they will get it. So with 2:26, this is about the time you would start thinking about it. We don't see a direct move to the goalkeeper quite yet.
And I'm a little shocked by this move. I don't quite know what they're waiting for right now.
2:26, you're in desperation mode. Now back here at the point after the one face-off by New York. Now Philadelphia leads this one ahead back into neutral ice. Now past this one. Here's an opportunity. Garcher gives off to Ottoman. Marcus again. Now Thomas with the shot. That one just popped away. His shoulder. And it looks like went off its pegs once more. Having trouble with the goalpost in this one. Nevertheless, save was made. Face-off coming to the right-hand side of Osterlund. 2 minutes and 7 seconds left to play here in the final period. Play. Cutler and Santorelli take the draw here. Tied up and then one back. Jones was chipping at that one. Now Kennedy takes this one. Kennedy gives off to Albrecht. Albrecht zips this one ahead. Now Mila to give chase for Philadelphia. Looking for an icing call. Not going to get one as it was waved off. Now this one going to pop all the way back. And they will get an icing call. Face-off will go into the Philadelphia end. 1:47 left to play here in the final period of play. 3-goal deficit for New York is still not signaling to pull the goalkeeper. A little bit of an interesting call here. Not really looking to maybe add more damage. Osterlund's still looking as a face-off, one back, and I played all the way back. They're going to have to go into their own end. Now a dangerous play there as a hit off the board and straight in front of Osterlund. Now played back into the neutral zone. Dixon jarring at it. Still loose near the red line. Cutler with a nice shot there. And now play it all the way back. Here's Krasinski. Krasinski operating his own end. 1 minute and 20 now left in the contest. Osterlund still looking. No call yet. Now this one, popped into center ice. Cutler dipping for it. Cutler, now here. Cutler looks for a shot. That one's saved by Osterlund. Cutler had a one-on-one with a man on his back and dragged him all the way with him, but Osterlund just able to make the right save.
Nice play by Cutler there. He wasn't quite happy with the result, not what he wanted, but nice shot overall and better save by Osterlund there.
This face-off won by New York, poked away, and Boys Clare leads this one back to Kennedy. Last minute play here from Hollydale. Thurston dips that one down. Now Dixon trying to get that one out. Lithin leads this one into center ice. Garcher can't get a hold of that one. Now popped back over into the offensive end for Philadelphia. New York to give control here. No signal from the bench. More than likely, Osterlund's just going to ride this one out. As they're going to try and operate here. Not able to get much going. They're playing here at center ice. Back over here to Albrecht. Albrecht advances past center ice. Leads this one into the zone. Now here's Dixon. Dixon checks that one past. And leads it ahead. 14 seconds left to play in the contest now. As New York likely to fall in this one. They'll get their 4th loss of the year. As that one's still loose in front, popped away by Osterlund, as that will do it. The Philadelphia Hockey Club, after losing a night ago, not letting that happen here tonight. They win this one by a final score of 4-1 against the New York Aviators, as it wasn't always pretty, but they got the job done here tonight.
Like you said, it wasn't pretty, but they managed to get the job done. Ultimately, the difference maker tonight was special teams. New York was not able to take advantage of multiple power play opportunities, including a 5-minute major, and Philadelphia was able to take care of a few power play opportunities they had, even scoring shorthanded ones.
Had some shorthanded goals, had power play goals. They spent a lot of that third period in the box shorthanded, and around the 10-minute mark, had a 5-minute major, assessed to Cutler. Cutler came out of the box, had some good chances. However, still, final score here, 4-1 in favor of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Philadelphia now moves to 9-1 on the year. On the opposite side, New York falls to 2-4 on the season. But that'll do it for RTN Channel 5's coverage of the Philadelphia Hockey Club. Philadelphia Hockey Club wins this one by a final score of 4-1 from Hollydale.